Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hello. Thank you. I appreciate the whoops while I get adjusted.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight and spending your evening with us. We are grateful and we love everybody who decided to support and also to get on stage because I know what it is like and it is a challenge to do it. So especially Bonnie, you hopping up at like the last minute and doing that. I love being able to hear your story and be able to know more about who's around us and what we've gone through because our story is very much meant to be told. So before I start, we actually have something pretty cool happening tonight, and that it's somebody's birthday who decided that she would spend the evening with us on her actual birthday, so that means a lot. So if you guys would be so kind to oblige me to sing happy birthday to Alex, that would be awesome. Are we ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. So another thing is in my family, we do what's called an honoring. And so it came out of a weird place. I went to a funeral and you go to a funeral and everybody says all the good things about somebody. And you're like, man, I really wish I would have spent more time with them. Or I remember that characteristic. That's so amazing. And a question that I ask myself is, why do we do that when somebody passes away? So every birthday, we always do the honoring, which is where we all say something that we appreciate about this person. So I'm going to, if you would also allow me, do an honoring Alex, if that's okay. So I've known Alex since the very beginning of our open mic nights. And she's always been extremely supportive, and she's always been, I can tell, like in my gut, a creative. And I can also tell, too, that she is very much a giver in the sense that she takes care of other people, and she's very aware of other people in a way that I don't see very often. And then on top of that, it seems as if, at least in the time that I've known her, she doesn't ask for anything in return. And that's a really beautiful characteristic, to be able to show up for people and not ask for anything, not even ask to be seen necessarily, but just to show up for the people who need help. And so I just want to give that honoring and also bless you this year that the things are turning around, the tides are turning, and love is chasing you so hard, like in a way that we only know in the next life. So I hope that this year is so much fun for you and that you experience some sort of crazy, fun, exciting situation that you had no idea was coming your way. So I hope that you are blissfully surprised this year and your next year around the earth. You're welcome. I don't have necessarily a mother theme. I mean, I love my mom. I make artwork for my mom, like visual art, but I don't think I've written a song for my mom, or at least there's a piece of it. But my mom is wildly supportive. And I'm grateful for that. But this song that I'm about to sing is called Love Out. I wrote it in a basement. And it was after I had talked with, I was a live-in nanny, and I was playing my guitar for my host sister, I guess you could call her. And she was like, Paige, like, why is your music always sad? And so I immediately went downstairs and completely shifted my way of doing music at that time. So just a small thing like that, somebody noticing. And then also like, do I want to be like that? I don't think so. So this is called Love Out, and it's not sad. Okay. All right. Remember what was written on you in the womb. Take it to the future. that's standing right in front of you. And you sow it and you grow it. Your love is an empire of wealth. And you spread it and you share it when it's too much to keep for yourself. For we all dimly see and desperately find the way out. Who we were yesterday, not the same as we begin to erase doubt. Pouring love out, pouring love out, pouring love out, pouring love out. Remember the strength of your own hands, and strike down at present when the time commands. And don't be afraid and don't act a fool, 'cause it's time to step into your new role. You could sow it, you could grow it. Your love is an empire of wealth. Will you spread it? Will you share it when it's too much to keep for yourself? For we all dimly see and desperately find the way out. Who we were yesterday, not the same as we begin to erase doubt. Pouring love out, pouring love out, pouring love out, pouring love out. Don't hold on to what lies behind and reach out for a new place to climb. And there are things I don't understand, but that doesn't stop me from reaching for your hand. And don't hold on to what lies behind and reach out for a new place to climb. And there are things I don't understand, but that doesn't stop me from holding your hand. For we all dimly see and desperately find the way out. Who we were yesterday, not the same as we begin to erase doubt. Pouring love out, pouring love out, pouring love out, pouring love out. Thank you. I'm so grateful that I get to play that. I love that song. My next one is also one of my favorites. It's called A Song Never Sung Reaches No One, which is very much about this theme of this night of being able to face the fear of being on stage. And whenever you sing your songs, whenever you tell your poetry, whenever you tell your story, it does something to you in the sense that you are looking back on the book of your life, and there's a healing process that happens with that. And so I would love for everybody in here to experience that special unlocking of sharing your voice and sharing your story and sharing what has been placed inside of you, because it actually is special. And you never know, it could be one person that you look up to that looks up to you that changes the trajectory of their life. And that's what this song is about. This is for my Uncle Aaron, who's one of my best friends, and he is a fantastic musician. And all growing up, I just remember him because he was hilarious and he was having like the time of his life. And he was, again, a phenomenal musician. And I guess he went through like something that was like the dark night of the soul for several years. And I think that this was just my response to him of saying to him, I see you, I feel you, and please don't stop singing, don't stop creating, don't stop sharing. And it's kind of turned into an anthem. Max, is it okay if I borrow your capo? Okay. when I was tying my little girl's shoes, thinking, oh yeah, he's so cool. And now I'm thinking the same as I tie my big girl shoes. But a song never sung reaches no one, but especially you in your vintage cocoon. The dissonances call for far too long, while you're wondering how you're gonna do what you ought to do. Don't you have a place to rest your head? Don't you have people who wanna see you do your best? But a song never sung reaches no one. So I kept your music close as I was writing my very own notes. So won't you lift your head, lift your head, lift your head up to who you are for one single person, because a song never sung reaches no one, but especially you in your vintage cocoon. The dissonances call for far too long, while you're wondering how you're gonna do what you ought to do. Don't you have a place to rest your head? Don't you have people who wanna see you do your best? But a song never sung reaches no one. So come into the sound, come into the sound. Walk into the sound, walk into the sound. Move into the sound, meet me in the sound. I can feel it too, that like your hero's beauty walks the room when you're playing your own tune. Don't you have a place? Don't you have people? But a song I never sung, your song I never sung, your song never sung reaches no one. Your song never sung reaches no one. Thank you. The next song that I'm going to sing is one that I wrote with my band called the Nameless Band Project. And we wrote this song in 2020. It's called Breathe It In. Now I'm just going to play one chord real quick to make sure I know what it is. Okay. And this song is about being okay with being called. And it's also about Scripture and our no longer misinterpretation of it. We're all called by name. So. At the end of my rope, that's where our story starts. I heard the echo of an echo, not the true work of art, pulling me in. Erasing what was written within, just to please the ears of a crowd. Does my own mind rock me to and fro? Or did I catch the whisper outside, the one who knows? Breathe it in when you know love calls you by name. Breathe it in even when it seems your path's not straight. 'Cause some of us keep calling. Some of us crave falling. Breathe it in, hold your candle up. Your light has arrived. Your light has arrived. And I saw you when my hands touched the eternal fire. And I heard you when you pulled us out of disaster. But the only time my face shone was when you walked on through and I caught a glimpse of who you are. Does my own mind rock me to and fro? Or did I catch the whisper outside, the one who knows? Breathe it in when you know love calls you by name. Breathe it in even when it seems your path's not straight. 'Cause some of us keep calling. Some of us crave falling. Breathe it in, hold your candle up. Your light has arrived. Your light has arrived. Oh, so breathe it in when you know love calls you by name. Breathe it in even when it seems your path's not straight. 'Cause some of us keep calling. Some of us crave falling. Breathe it in, hold your candle up. Your light has arrived. Your light has arrived. At the end of my rope, that's where our story starts. Thank you all. It truly means so much. And I am grateful to pass this over to Max again. And we'll continue playing and singing. And we hope to see you next month at the beginning of 2025 so that we can begin the next part. And just so that everybody knows, we're going to begin content creation for artists. So recordings and pictures and videos so that whoever wants to continue that career and move it forward, then we'll be able to provide that here in this space.